welcome back. I am so excited today. I just posted my first vlog in a while, which was last week's, and I got a really nice outpouring of messages from all of you, which is really great to see and hear. So I just want to say a quick thank you to that. So this morning was quite an adjustment. We're coming off of the holidays, and I had a week off of work due to my amazing company, which was fantastic. But it's just me getting back in the groove. I did sneak into my email last night just to check to see like what I was walking into this morning, and it's not bad. Nothing's bad is happening. It's just a lot at once. Like typically I can keep track of my emails and everything like that, but when it's like a whole week of not checking, it's just a lot. So I was trying to do my fast this morning. It didn't work. I was really hungry. I ended up waking up at 3 o'clock this morning and had trouble falling back asleep. So technically I had been awake for a while and I was hungry. So, you know, in terms of like my health and my eating and fitness goals and everything, I tend to just listen to my body. But I did try to eat okay. So eggs and a grapefruit got me through. I'm about to jump into a meeting with my supervisor, and I think I'm going to order lunch today in. Throughout the holidays, we had enough food, but we've gone through the whole like pantry and refrigerator, and I need to restock. So at some point today, I need to do a grocery run, probably later on with kiddo. But we also have Taekwondo today, so I have to fit everything in. So it's one of those days where I have just a lot of like house maintenance to do. I need to update our family calendar that we have downstairs in our kitchen so that everyone's on the same page with what's happening. So I'm just a little behind. I enjoyed my holidays and I just didn't do anything that I normally do, which is totally fine. And I'm just gonna have to get back on track this week. So I was actually having dreams last night about something I had to do at work and I can't remember. It was a great idea. But yeah, in terms of like how I handle my work schedule, I do work in like task blocks, so I have a certain amount of time. I have 2 different visual timers. I have, this one's gonna beep. I have this one. I have different times on them, and then you just like turn it based on the time you want. So I find that like a good 40 minutes for me is like a solid focus block, and then I try to do something else. Since I work from home, since I work remotely, it's usually like going down to make breakfast or refilling my water, or you know, changing over laundry, stuff like that, just so I can get different visuals throughout the day and I'm not staring at my screen the whole day. And this morning I don't have meetings till the afternoon, so I was able to do a couple of focus blocks along with getting on the treadmill. So I'm thinking, as we're getting toward the afternoon, I'm thinking about lunch. Like I said, I'm going to order out today. I'm probably going to do a Chipotle salad bowl. Again, trying to do a little better this year when it comes to my eating, and getting back on track with my health goals. And a salad will do it, but I just don't have all the delicious salad things in my house. Yeah, so as I go through my day, I try to make my lists, make sure I don't forget anything. One thing I like to do is have my planner near me. I'm actually using a day designer this year. I've never used one, but someone online mentioned it and I took a look and I like it so far. It's literally the first day I'm using it, so it just had a lot of things in it that I want in my day. So I got the day one. I think there's like a month one and maybe a weekly one, but it has a lot of things like throughout the day. So it has like the time of day so that I can put my meetings in, and then a to-do list, and there's like dinner and don't forget and notes and stuff like that. So I just want to be sure that like I have everything that I need. I've gone through in the past with like, oh, I have Planner Peace, and like I used to use an Erin Condren, and then I was using Notion, and I do love my Google Calendar because that's the reminders that I get on my phone just so I don't forget things. I need reminders or else it's like out of sight, out of mind. I have, you know, my ADHD. If I turn a page, if I have something on here and I turn the page, I'll never go back unless I write it on the next page. It's just something that I've learned to work with. It sounds kind of silly, but I know a lot of people who deal with that. And I just have given myself like permission not to like just use one thing. Whereas like planner piece, like yes, I can have a planner, but I also have a notebook next to me in case I have a meeting and I want to jot down a bunch of notes, and then I can transfer it to a Google Calendar or my planner if I need to do something based on that. And I also always have a notepad open on my computer in case I need to like copy links and stuff like that. So it's just really a lot of different ways for me to gather all of the information I need to gather, but also not lose it. Which I have tended to do in the past. Those are just a couple of my little hacks that I do, but I do have to hop on my meeting.
You know I really tried to put my feelings to the side, drifted away into the tide, but now it's maybe bye.
Alright, so it's much later in the afternoon. I have about 5 minutes until our daily meeting, which is a nice way to keep up with people when you are working remotely. It's one thing I really love about this company. So typically I like to give myself about 10 to 5 minutes before the meeting, refill my water, which is super important because that afternoon sort of couple of hours I just tend to dive into work. That's like when I'm really into my work. More focus time. Rejuvenated after lunch, home stretch of my day. So I am just gearing up for that. I took a bunch of notes during my meeting with my supervisor, so I've implemented everything, but I am reviewing them. Anything I have to do tomorrow, I'm putting in my planner because after my meeting, I do bus pickup and then kiddos home, and it's just a whirlwind of being a mom. So, and I have a bunch of errands to run to this evening. So it's gonna be busy, so I'm just gearing up for that after my meeting. I wanted to sort of talk about some struggles that I've been having, ebbing and flowing, especially as a woman who deals with certain hormonal things. Yeah, so I just want to talk about the ebb and flows because especially as a mom, we are having to do a lot of things with our children and around the house, and especially working full time, whether you're working remotely like I am or you're in an office or at a different type of job. It's important to take stock of energy. So yesterday was a really bad energy day for me. I typically, like right now I'm standing, I'm in my workout gear, I have my treadmill ready to go, and I sat all day yesterday, and I did try to eat okay. I know a lot of times that affects the way my energy is, but even that, I just felt very lethargic. I was enough focused in my day to be able to do my day job, so that wasn't a problem. But afterwards, I felt like I had been hit by a train. This was something that I experienced prior to being on an SSRI, which I'm no longer on because it wasn't working for me, but at the time it did help. It's sort of a depressive state that I feel when my energy is super low, so I do what everyone says you're not supposed to do, and I ended up scrolling Instagram Reels. For some reason the algorithm like knows when I'm feeling bad, and it sends me like really funny memes, really funny reels and things like that. So I just sat and I sat in my bed and I scrolled for a while. Kiddo was so exhausted after the school day anyway, so we were just chilling out. And then eventually I got up and did what I needed to do, but it was one of those days that I just did what I needed to do. I did what I had to do, and that was it. I had things I needed to do. I had wants. I had wanted to go to Taekwondo. I'm gonna end up going later today instead of yesterday. So that flexibility works, and I have figured out throughout the years that flexibility and adaptability tend to work in my favor. I'm not a very adaptable person, but now that my day is not 100% my own as a mom, I just have to be adaptable, or I just get angry. And getting angry is not going to be helpful for anyone. If you are someone who is struggling or not being able to be consistent with your schedule every single day, it's totally okay. I created a program for author moms last year. It's on my channel for free if you want to watch it. But something that I talk about frequently with other moms who were in the program and who I do coach on the side is creating like many different ideal schedules. So our schedules never look the same, especially if your children still live at home, or if you're a caregiver and you're dealing with other people's lives and situations. I actually did this couple of years ago, very early on, and I wrote out my ideal schedule with everything going perfectly. Kid at school, normal activities, feeling 100%. Then I created a schedule that was like, okay, kid unexpectedly sick at home. What does that schedule look like? Then I came up with another schedule for when child is on holidays, but I am not as a working mom. Then I can come up with snow days. I live in the Northeast of the United States, so we have snow days, or unexpected closings, or power outages. Any situation that you can think of, make a schedule for it. And when you're in that situation, you can have feelings. I'm not saying you can't have feelings. I had a lot of feelings. I used to have a lot of feelings about it. I would feel frustrated, unfocused, but then I pull out that schedule that I already made for myself that I didn't have to think about in that moment, and I would just go about my day in that way. And it's such a relief to have already done it for me, to say, okay, I need to do this, this, and this. If it's like a bootstrap, I just need to survive day, you have your schedule and everything is okay. And if you need help, ask for help. I am of the mindset that I don't like cleaning my house. I have things that I need to do, laundry, dishes, daily stuff, grocery shopping, stuff like that. But I do have someone come in my house once a week to do a deep clean. And that is just an accommodation that I feel that I need. And it's been a huge weight off of me. I think of that because today is the day that she comes, and she's a lovely local lady and I love her to death, and we love having her here. Thinking about accommodations in your life, it's something that you need, and I know that I am of a position that I can afford to do such things, but really think about the things that you are constantly frustrated with, constantly annoyed with, and think about ways that you can sort of plan ahead or accommodate yourself. As someone with ADHD in a world that's not made for people with ADHD, I often think about ways that I can make my life easier. And if it's using a grocery delivery service or a meal delivery service, you don't have to do it every day. The other day, I could not for the life of me get to the grocery store. I didn't do like a huge order that I would normally do because all of these apps nowadays, they like jack up the prices of their groceries. So I just ordered my essentials. Yes, it was a little extra money, but I was able to like not jump out of my skin and also be able to feed my family because it was after the holidays and I hadn't gone shopping because things were closed. Yeah, that's my little spiel for today. So if you are struggling at all, like I was yesterday, I feel a lot better today. I typically write from 5 to 7 in the morning. I work on my books, and sort of the universe aligned in a sense that like I body double with someone, I work with someone in the morning on Zoom. They were not able to this morning, so I just said to myself after last night, after yesterday, I needed extra sleep. I didn't need to get up at 5 in the morning, so I got up a little later. That's an accommodation I have to make. It's a slight sacrifice. I'm slightly behind on my word count, but I know that tomorrow when I wake up at 5 in the morning, I'll feel refreshed instead of not. So I'm going to close out the vlog here. Thank you so much for joining me today in another day in a life, and I will see you next week.